Hello and welcome to the Athletic Center in Hopkinton, Massachusetts on Tuesday, February 27th for SportView's award-winning production of Holliston Panther Basketball 2018, found only on HCAT TV. Tonight the Panthers face the Hopkinton Hillers in the first round of the MIAA Division II Central Playoffs. My name is Tom Emmons, and joining me along courtside is HCAT's version of Dick Vitale, the legend, Jay Wyman. Jay, the Panthers were the only team in the TVL Large to beat Hopkinton this season. Can Holliston get the best of the Hillers again tonight?
Well, they're going to have to play the game of their life. In order to do that, Tom, they're going to have to have no turnover, very few turnovers, very few fouls, make all your free throws, and play tremendous defense.
Panthers come into this game as the 13th seed. Their record is 11-9. They average 48 points a game. Head coach Dan Keefe is in his third season with the Panthers. The Hopkinton Hillers are the 4th seed. Their record is 16-4. They are 7-1 in the Tri-Valley League, large, averaging 55 points a game. Their head coach, Mike Greco, I don't know what season he's in. We're getting ready to get your starting lineups here tonight for both teams. So first, the Holliston Panthers.
Number 2, Gabby Ramirez-Brodeur. Number 14, Jackie Alabrandi. Number 22, Eliza.
Well, they're announcing all of the players on the team.
Number 54, Olivia Cruz.
So this is tonight's lineup.
Starting at guard, number 5.
Here are your starters. Number 5, senior captain Grace Dezindalet, who surpassed 1,000 points a week and a half ago against Westwood. Number 11, senior guard Abby Ray Wells. Number 12, junior center Brooke Jeffroy. Number 15, senior captain Tess Powers. And number 32, senior forward Cammie Kazubal. For the Hopkinton Hillers.
Number 5, Lily Gladue. Number 15, Chris Crawl.
We're starting with the roster.
Number 22, Liz Roberta. Number 23, Emma Mann. Number 24, Tammy McDonald. Number 30, Mary Sesnick. Number 34, Ashley McDermott. And now for tonight's starters. Starting at guard, a junior, number 0, Lily Morningstar.
So, starting lineup, junior guard, number 0, Lily Morningstar. Number 11, senior guard, Callie Corby. Number 12, senior guard, Catherine Hubner. Number 4, senior captain, Ivy Gogolin. And number 32, senior captain, Regan Keveney. We'll be back with the opening tip-off in just a moment. Both of these teams playing well at the end of the season, Jay. Hopkinton on an 8-0 run, and the Panthers finished 5-1. With a nice little streak and an overtime win against Westwood.
Yeah, and you know the Hopkinton Hillers. These girls they're fast, they're good, they're deep, very very talented team. Now, as you said, Holliston has beat them. Holliston can beat them, but it's going to take a really monumental effort, and it's going to take more than just Grace coming out and scoring. They got to look for somebody else to score. Brooke Jeffrey is also going to have to big game because the bigs for Holliston are for Hopkinton are very very talented.
Holliston wins the tip. Back to Dezindalet. Dezindalet, Wells, Jeffroy, Powers, and Kazubal are your starters for Holliston. Jump shot off the mark by Jeffroy. See how Coach Keefe sets up the defense. He's got Jeffroy on Gogolin. Morningstar drives left, up and off the glass.
Well, Lily Morningstar is really talented. You know, she's a good defender. You see her on Grace tonight. They're going to double Grace. You watch her. She comes across the line as they close in with the defense. They'll come in double Grace, and she's going to have to look for somebody to be open.
Pull-up shot by DeZindelet. Misses.
Holliston in man-to-man defense. And as you said, Tom, they played very well the last few games to get into the tournament. So,
Gogolin with the ball, drops it off, cuts to the basket. Jeffroy on her, blocks the ball, blocks the shot. And number 12 comes away with it.
Well, she has that capability to do that defensively and offensively, and I'm hoping to see her kind of come alive a little bit tonight offensively under the basket.
Ray to Kazubal. Kazubal looks inside, kicks it out to Wells. Wells into Jeffroy, gets triple teamed. It's a jump ball.
And so far, what we've seen Tom, they're looking for Brooke Jeffroy playing in the middle.
It's going to be Hopkinton ball. Well, these two teams played the first game of the season, Jay. We covered that one at Holliston. Hiller's coming away with a 59-47 win. Gogolin with 22 points, DeZindelet with 17. And I remember talking extensively late in the game saying that the Panthers know they can play with this Hopkinton team. They play their best. 2-0, 6:04 to go in the first quarter. Gogolin drives off the glass. It's good.
Well, Holliston's trying to double also. They're trying to double Gogolin, and what they're doing is they're using Cami Kazubal to do that.
DeZindelet along the baseline. She's fouled. Going to go to the line. Shoot two.
4-0. Hopkinton in the lead. 5:54 left to go in the first quarter. DeZindelet shooting two. That's the first foul of the ball game, too.
Hopkinton quickly into the front court. Morningstar into Gogolin. Turns, blocked, and a foul called on Jeffroy.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Brooke. And what happens is, and we have talked about this in a lot of games, boys and girls games, when you go to block a shot, if you bring your arm down at all, they're going to call a foul. So you got to really, really make sure that hand is just extended up.
Jeffroy with a big game the second time that Holliston played Hopkinton here. Here, Holliston had a 52-49 win. Jeffroy was 14 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks.
And right away Hopkinton goes into a press.
DeZindelet turns it back out, kicks it to Wells, straight ahead. No good. Morningstar on the rebound and brings it quickly into the front court. Drive off the rim, no good. Loose ball, Gogolin with the rebound. Fresh 30 for the Hillers. Morningstar drives to the left, no good on DeZindelet. And we're 5-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Holliston needs to get off the snide here on offense. Coach Keefe calling out the play.
Well, you mentioned how well Hopkinton's done recently, but Hopkinton's played a lot. They played in a tournament. I believe the Westboro tournament or whatever. They played one of those tournaments. They've been playing. Holliston has had a long layoff.
Oh, Holliston's got to get those cobwebs off quickly. Nice turnaround roller by Gogolin.
7-0 Hopkinton. 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
DeZindelet drives it into the paint, off the glass, no call. Head to Morningstar. Nice stop there by Wells. Took the ball away and then jumped out off the end line to save it.
Yeah, and that's a great matchup if Abby Ray is on Morningstar.
Jeffroy drops it off to DeZindelet off the glass. And the number 4 scorer in the Tri-Valley League, averaging 17 points a game. Grace DeZindelet,
and as you said,
gets
Tom,
the Panthers on the board.
As you said at the beginning of the broadcast here, she scored her 1,000th point the other night, the last game she played in. So big night for Grace DeZindelet.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. Morningstar in the corner. Tries to drive. Wells steps up. No travel call. Drops it off. 2 on the shot clock. Rebound, Jeff Roy finally for the Panthers. Down to 3:18 to go. Panthers trail by 5.
Now what you got to do, you really have to run your offense, and you have to stay spread against this defense. It's a very quick defense, and they play sometimes combination zone, man, and they're very quick, and you got to really understand what they're doing. And your passes have to be crisp, and you have to go after the ball when the ball is thrown to you.
Kazubal driving on Kevany, but called for the travel. Inside pass, stopped by Wells. Kazubal on Kevany, shot off the mark. Kevany kept it alive inside of Gogolin, up and under.
Well, at some point,
persistence there by the Hillers.
At some point, I think the coach is going to have to call a timeout here. And one of the things they have to work on is those defensive rebounds. They've got to block those 2 players out. I know they're both good, Gogolin and Kevany, but you have to block them out.
Dumps it off into the corner. Drive off the glass. Cleaned up by Jeffroy.
9-2, Hopkinton in the lead. 2:09, 2:08 left to go in the first quarter.
Long 3 attempted by DeZindelet. Couple of substitutions for the Panthers. In comes number 1, Melanie Coleman. And get you the other number, just number 14, Jackie Alabrandi. Kevany puts it into Gogolin, draws attention, and this one's going to be a foul on Alabrandi.
Gogolin, as you said, Tom, she's really good. She's really led this Hiller team, and she just, she's one of those players who can just really take over a game like we used to have there with Kylie Lorenzen, and she can just she can take over at every level because she can play at every level. She can dribble the ball, and she can also get in there and fight for rebounds. So whoever's guarding her has really got a tough assignment.
Well, Gogolin, her talent is well known, an early commit to UNH. The number 6 scorer in the Tri-Valley League, averaging 16 points a game.
Oh, there's a steal by Hopkinton and a miss.
Jeffroy with the rebound, fortunate there for the Panthers. Alabrandi brings it up. Coleman needs some help. Gets it to Alabrandi, kicks it out to Jeffroy. Jeffroy with Gogolin on her.
Nice move.
Nice turnaround.
Yeah. Kind of a semi-drop step turnaround there. And she scores 11-4. Hopkinton by 7 with 1:05 left to go in this first quarter.
Panthers making the Hillers go deep in the shot clock. It's a nice drive along the baseline. Drops off to Gogolin. No good.
Blocked. Oh, what a block.
Altabelli, number 22, with the block on Gogolin. They get a fresh 30. We're down to 41 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Another block.
And that was Alabrandi on the block. DeZindelet off to the races. Kicks it to Coleman. Stuck in the corner.
Yeah.
Jeffroy helps her out. Jump ball, possession arrow should be to the Panthers this time. So we got 24 seconds left in the first quarter and 20 seconds on the shot clock. Panthers trail by 7.
And you really have to keep it out of the corners against this defense, because they're just going to go right down and get you if you get the ball in the corner at all.
Altabelli strong to the ball. Jeffroy steps back off the rim, no good. Kevany looked like she was on the baseline. Steal by Jeffroy. Jump shot off the mark. DeZindelet battles, ball out of bounds. And no call.
5 seconds left.
Holliston ball. Coach Keefe wants a timeout with 5 seconds to go, trailing by 7 to talk this one over.
Yeah, this is a really important situation for Holliston. If they can get a score here and cut that lead down to where it's reasonable, 5-point lead, that could be big for Holliston, because they played Hopkinton very strong defensively. Hopkinton's only got 11 points, but Holliston's only sitting there with 4. So, and one of what I've noticed, Tom, when Holliston is missing, they're missing short. So that tells me they're not using their legs when they're shooting. So they got to get back in that shooting rhythm, and they got to be able to get up there and run. Now they shouldn't be. It's not like they should be tired. This isn't like the 3rd game in 3 nights or something. So they should be coming out fresh, but they got to come out. And the other thing is, you're going to have to be aggressive, and you're going to have to really attack the basket, because Hopkinton is not going to do anything, let you do anything on your own. You got to get out there and really attack it. If you do that, you feel better about yourself. You're playing stronger with a little more emotion, and that too will help that your shots get a little bit further. But as you can see, everything they're missing is short.
So Coach Keefe with the play. Drew up a nice play against Westwood in overtime. Said his team hadn't practiced, but executed to perfection for that win against the Wolverines. Alibrandi on the inbounds, kicks it to DeZindelet, steps right, 3-point shot is good at the buzzer. So Grace DeZindelet, 5 points in the first quarter, with the Hillers leading 7-3, and it's time for Coach's Corner. Brought to you by Holliston Girls Basketball on Facebook. Click like and show some love for the Panthers this season. Coach Hedrick, 14 years, 9 playoff appearances, 155 wins, and TVL champs in 2004. Always keep that note.
Yeah, you get out of that, huh? Yeah, that's a nice move.
But Coach Keefe said, I've been preaching all season that defense and rebounds creates offense. And the Panthers have been doing that so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, they have. And you know, that 3-point shot and make by Grace DeZindelet was a lot more important than just making that score back reasonable, an 11-7 ball game here. That's going to open it up. See, now she's going to have a little more confidence, and as she gets confidence, the other kids are going to have confidence, and they can build. That's something they can build off of. They played great defense. The only thing they're doing that they got to improve on is don't give them those second chance rebounds, because Hopkinton has scored a lot on those second chance rebounds.
All right, Morningstar on the inbounds to start the second quarter. Coleman, Alibrandi, DeZindelet, Jeffroy, and Altabelli to start the second quarter. High off the glass by Morningstar. Rebound, Gogolin fights it back.
Yeah, you've really got to put your body on them and push them back. You can't let them get in keep possession down there that deep near the basket, because they're just getting all the rebounds.
Foul on Hopkinton. That'll be their second.
13-7. Holliston down by 6 with 7.5 minutes left to go in the first half. This is a good matchup on Grace, because she can post up Morningstar if she needs to.
Coleman loses the ball, but in comes DeZindelet, and she's fouled by Morningstar. So that'll be the third on Hopkinton. 7:14 to go in the second quarter. 13-7 Hillers. Alibrandi kicks it across to Jeffroy. Jump shot off the glass, no good. Gogolin with the rebound. Morningstar into Gogolin. Turnaround jumper. Hits the iron. Dezindalet off to the races. Got a step. Pushes it back out to Alibrandi.
You got to be careful in the corner. You cannot take the ball, as I said earlier, Tom. You cannot take the ball in the corner because this team, and this is Hopkinton on boys and girls, both teams will do this defensively. They're going to get you right down in that corner. That's where they want you. And they do a really good job, both teams, of getting you trapped in the corner.
Powers, Kazubal, and Wells back in for Holliston.
Now you have a mismatch down low. You've got to get the ball into Altobelli down low.
Holliston ball. And there's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Holliston's going to have to hustle a little bit. Powers looking for Dezindalet. 2 on the shot clock's got to go up. Holliston lost track of time right there in all the action.
13-7. Holliston down by 6 with 6:15 left to go in the first half.
The Holliston's making the Hillers grind. But there's their first easy straightaway 3 by Kevany.
And you see, they were waiting for that because Holliston's playing really tough interior defense, and that's going to open the game up a little bit.
Wells tries to drop it off, but Gogolin gets a hand on it. Straight ahead for a layup by Hubner.
18-7. Holliston down by 11 now. 5.5 minutes left to go in the half.
We got a timeout by Coach Keefe with 5:30 to go here in the first half. Hillers leading the Panthers 18-7, and they're on a 7-0 run here to start the second quarter.
Right, and what Coach Keefe called the timeout there for was because they were going to lose on the 5-second count. So I think he's looking for some ball movement. He's looking for something. Someone's got to come up and answer. And you know, I kind of thought when Grace made that 3 at the end of the first quarter, that would kind of get them going again. But they're just kind of a little out of sync on the offensive end. Defensively, they're doing fine, but again, they have to box out. They have to box out. You know, these teams are going to make occasional threes. That's okay. That's not going to kill you. What's going to kill you is every time they miss a shot, they get the rebound and get a chance for another one. Five and a half minutes left to go in this first half. First half, it's been very low scoring first half. Only 25 points total between both teams here.
Definitely a testament to the Panther defense, and they just got to keep at it, Jay.
Yep.
But you know, Hopkinton seems to realize that Holliston's putting the defensive pressure on them, and in turn, Hopkinton, you see them looking for those double teams and starting to get a little more aggressive as soon as the Holliston clock crosses half court.
Sinley, count it.
There we go. Nice basket by number 5. 7 points for the senior captain. Nice defense by Kazubal, just keeping her ground. Steals the ball away.
Well, Cammy had some help from Altobelli there too. Nicely done by both players, and Grace loses the ball. Morningstar
drops it off to Gogolin. In and out. Gets the rebound. Quick hand by Powers, but saved by Dezindalet. Got a 3-on-1. Can't finish though. Quickly the other way. Morningstar on the lead, off the glass, and good. 20-9 Hillers.
The guards have to drop back when the defense gets the rebound. The guards got to drop back quickly so that they can't get beat down the court.
Dezindalet
nice
into
pass.
Altobelli.
What
it's
a
good.
Beautiful pass. That time Holliston came over and doubled, and she found the open person who was Altabelli, and Altabelli finished with a nice layup, 20-11. Holliston cuts the lead down to 9 for Hopkinton, 4:10 left to go in the first half.
Altabelli's best scoring on the season, 10 points, 5 rebounds against Millis earlier this year. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Morningstar's jumper is good. 6 points for the senior guard.
She's a good one. Oh, nice,
Wells
nice recovery
to the
by
rescue there. Out of the double team, but taken away by Hubner. Hubner with a skip step and is going to pick up the foul.
22-11. Holliston down by 11.
If you skip, it's got to be a
walk.
Be a traveling call.
Traveling call, absolutely. We're not going to get into your European stuff again, are we?
No.
European step.
That's only in the boys' game.
Oh. That Gogolin, she makes the first. Is that?
No. Hubner.
I'm sorry, Hubner. Hubner. Is it Hubner? I would say Hubner.
Okay.
I don't know. Could be wrong.
Gogolin with the rebound off the miss. There was a walk, no call.
Nice
quick hands by
Abby
Wells. 3:22 to go in the half. Panthers trailing by 12. Powers, jump shot, glass, no good. Rebound by Kevany. Steal by Wells. Needs some help.
I think Jackie Alabrandi had a part in that too with her.
Altabelli. Her shot partially blocked by Kevany. Hubner to Gladnow. Gladu.
Holliston still playing some really good defense.
Hubner steps up, drops it off to
that's pretty
Gogolin,
play.
and Ivy Gogolin is finishing every dish that she gets tonight. 13 points for the Hiller Star. We got a block. And that'll send Abby Ray Wells to the line to shoot 2.
25-11. Holliston down by 14 with 2:13 left to go in the first half.
Well, Hiller's been missing a lot of shots, but Gogolin just very quick around the basket.
It's just they're getting these offensive rebounds, Tom. And when you're playing, if you're playing a zone, you can kind of understand it because you're really covering an area and there's no one to block out. But when you're playing man to man, you're right on the person. It's all you got to do is turn around and box them out, and at least obviously they're going to get some rebounds, offensive rebounds, because they're really good, but not this percentage. They shouldn't be getting this higher percentage of offensive rebounds.
Alabrandi in the game, and also number 2, Gabriela Ramirez-Brodeur. Alabrandi slows down the drive. Nice double team by the Panthers. Kicked out, and the 3 is good by Senesi.
Yeah, that's a play they've run that
freshman.
They've run that 3 or 4 times. The first couple times Holliston stole the ball. That time they were open for the 3.
Out of bounds, Hopkinton ball.
1:43 left to go in the first half here. 28-11. Holliston down 17. That Holliston defense is still playing fairly well here, and again, except for the second shots that Hopkins is getting, but Holliston offense has got to really start to pick it up a little bit.
Powers with a hand on it, out of bounds. Across the top for Hopkinton. Good job by Powers on the post play.
Oh, nice comeback there by Gabby.
5 on the shot clock. Skip pass. 3-point attempt. No good.
That's a great
box
block
out there by Tess Powers.
Oh, that's beyond good. That was great block out. That's exactly what I was talking about. When they get in low, you take your body and you push them back. Perfectly done by Tess Powers, the captain. And Holliston needs to come down, at least get a couple quick scores here to get themselves back into this game.
Inside, down low to Jeffroy. Turnaround
Count
off
it.
the glass is good.
There's one of them that they need. Now you got to get a stop and come down and get another score. 28-13. Holliston down by 15.
Holliston covering the cutters. 3-point attempt
Whoa.
off the glass. Better lucky than good by Prawl. 31-13 now. You got to call glass on those.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, you only get 2. Clock winding down here with 28 seconds left to go in the first half.
Zindelet 3. Rims out. 20 seconds left in the first half.
Let's see if they hold for one shot here. Nope.
Hubner's 3-point rims out. Gogolin with the rebound up and under off the glass. No good. Holliston battles. Wells goes to the ground. Zindelet comes away with it. 3 seconds to go.
She
Shot
might have been
comes
fouled.
up short.
She might have been fouled. If she is, did they call a timeout? Oh, I thought they were calling a foul on her. It would have been a three-shot foul.
Called her for carrying the ball.
Oh, yeah. 0.4 seconds left. So nothing will happen here.
Glad they got that carrying call.
Yeah.
That was important.
Well, that was setting. You're going to give a 1.7 seconds back. All right. Holliston's got to play deny here. Play deny defense.
Long three-pointer off the glass. No good. Brings us to the end of the first half. Panthers trailing the Hillers 31-13. We'll be back with second half action in just a moment. Teams are out for the second half, and the score on the scoreboard is also reflected in rebounding, Jay. We had Steve Hedrick here keeping track of stats. 24-8, Hillers with the rebounding edge. Holliston's got to make some inroads on both sides of the court. Ivy Gogolin leading all scores, 13 points, 11 rebounds. Morningstar with 6 points for Hopkinton. Grace Zindelet with 7, Brooke Jeffroy with 4, and Altabelli with a basket. Brings you to 31-13. Holliston's just going to have to put a little extra zip in their step on the offensive end.
Well, you know, there was
Zindelet inside to Powers, step back, jumper comes up off the iron, out of bounds.
You mentioned rebounding. There was a study, I believe, done one time in the NBA over 2 or 3 seasons, and the team that won the rebounding battle, large percent of the time they won the game. And if you're winning the rebounding battle by this much, you're definitely gonna win the game at this level.
Well, I would say subjectively, Jay, it's hard to watch a game and you see the effort that teams put in.
Yep.
Sometimes it's even effort, sometimes it's uneven effort, but effort usually shows up in rebounds.
Yep.
Teams that want that ball more are willing to sacrifice and go to the glass and box out and do all that dirty work. Takes a lot of energy out of you.
Oh, what a move by Cammie Kazubel.
Nice job, but a nicer block by Gogolin there.
Really nice move by Cammie.
Running backwards.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Morningstar, that wasn't a traveling call. Runner no good, and Wells there to pick up the ball. Flips it ahead to Zindelet. Right back to Powers. Across the baseline to Jeffroy.
Nice
She's
move.
open off the glass.
Ooh.
Rims out. Tough shot.
Nice move, though, by Brooke. That's what they got to do is go get to one.
Morningstar.
Yeah.
Looked like Jeffroy or
Tess.
Powers got a piece of that from behind. So Holliston's bringing the effort out of the out onto the floor for the second half. Kazubal, straightaway three, or off to the angle three, no good.
Well, they do look a lot better right now. You know, Holliston does, Tom, and you know, sometimes you're going to lose games because you just miss shots. Sometimes you just, but if you're taking good shots and missing them, that's all right. You're going to miss games. You're going to lose the games. But you've got to come out and at least give yourself the opportunity for a good shot, because in the final analysis, you ask any coach and say, what's the point of your offense? It's to get a good shot.
Well, a little bit of a break there as Gogolin's free throw bounces all around the rim and out. And Jeffroy with the rebound as Gogolin misses both. Zindelet off the screen. Gogolin steps up.
Now you got the open man. Person underneath is yeah, good pickup right there for Brooke.
Jeffroy backs in Kevini. Got to get that right. Great player. No scoring here in the second half so far. We're down to 5:27 to go in the third quarter. Long three is good by Corby.
34-13. Holliston down 21. Now, with this, the way that this offense, the defense moves for Hopkinton, Holliston's got to have a little more spacing in their offense. See, you're letting them, when you have like that, you're letting them use their great speed and athleticism to, where one player can cover two people. The other thing that they can do when they do that is, if somebody from Holliston breaks open down below, they can recover quickly because you just have too many people down in the too close. So what Holliston's going to have to do is take that offense and spread it out a little bit more.
So after two baskets to open this second half, Coach Keefe wants a timeout to talk to his team. I did want to talk during one of the breaks about all the Tri-Valley League All-Stars that are out on the floor tonight.
Okay.
The Hopkinton Hillers, obviously, with Ivy Gogolin and Regan Kevini. And I had that list really close here. Morningstar, Lily Morningstar, Hubner, and Corby getting honorable mention for the Panthers.
That's their whole team, isn't it?
Well, there's five. There are five starters. Grace DeZindelet, Brooke Jeffroy are all-stars for the Tri-Valley League, and Tess Powers was an honorable mention for the Panthers.
You know, you talk about that, and one thing, you know, I was talking to Mike Connors down there, who's keeping time for the Hillers this year and everything, and one of the things he was talking about, and which I do agree with him, is that what they did is, as you had talked in a previous game, they moved all these teams to the Central to get a little more balance.
Right.
Well, now it's like all these Tri-Valley teams end up playing each other.
Right.
And I think the winner of this game plays Medfield. And
the winner of Medfield and Wayland.
Oh, the one, okay, which, you know, and then Ashland, nice block by
Jeffroy with another swat on Gogolin. Back into Gogolin, turnaround. Jeffroy with another block. Powers drives it right to the basket, too hard, no good. Morningstar sneaks in there for the rebound.
Great steal by DeZindelet. Travel, that's a travel. You can't run to the
jump ball.
Oh.
We don't call there is no traveling call.
I lost my head. 4:19 to go in this third quarter.
Steve, you keeping track of the blocks by I got to start another column there on the paper.
Well, she has at least three that I know of. She had one earlier and two in a row there.
Kevini's three, no good. Rebound by Jeffroy. DeZindelet turns down a three. Baseline jumper by Alabrandi. No book. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up off the iron. And it's Gogolin with the rebound.
See, and that's what I was talking about earlier, Tom. You don't mind when you have two good shots. Okay, you miss shot, you're going to miss shots. You don't mind that. She had two really good looks at the basket.
And look, another block by Jeffroy. Morningstar keeps the ball alive. Fresh 30 for the Hillers. Hubner arrives around Wells and to the basket. It's good.
Yeah, nice shot. Nice play.
38-13, 3:21 to go in the third quarter. Powers try to sneak it into Alibrandi. Looked like they might have had a foot on it, but
yeah, it did look a little bit like that.
Morningstar drives off of Jeffroy's foot, but Wells to the basket. Quick hands there by defender.
It's getting to the point a little bit here. You can see a little bit of frustration. These Holliston players, they're trying their best and they're getting some opportunities now, and that's good. That's the first step. You got to get opportunities. You're just going to have to hang in there. Sooner or later, this ball's going to drop for you offensively. Nice block.
Hubner with another block by Jeffroy. Here comes DeZindelet with a head of steam. But Morningstar sticks her hand in there.
How does the player hit the ball and they call her a traveler? The defensive player hit the ball and they came back out. How is that a travel?
We went to the instant replay back at Holliston High School.
Yeah, I've heard it was double dribble. That's what I'm getting from my referee.
That's right, Steve. Steve Hedrick called it.
But
it's a double dribble.
I still don't think it's a double dribble. The defender touches the ball in between.
Rebound by DeZindelet. Looking up court. Kicks it to Powers. Three-point shot is good. Holliston scores 38-16 with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
That's nice. Now they're going to have another stop down here. And they've had a few of them, quite a few of them. They're going to have another stop here and get another score.
Jump shot by Gogolin, no good. Rebound by Alibrandi.
Got to look down.
Quick up court to Powers. 2-point shot is good. 5 points for Tess Powers. Her season high, 13 in a win against Framingham. And a timeout, Hopkinton, with 1:25 to go in the third quarter. Holliston trailing 38-13.
Well, the senior captain, Tess Powers, out there, and she gets a three, and then she had her spot right on the floor there, and Grace came down with the ball and they found Tess wide open, and rightfully so. She took that shot, and again, you want to take good shots, and that's what Holliston's getting, a lot of good shots in the second half. It's just a bunch of them haven't gone in. Well, maybe the tide's turning a little bit now.
Well, Holliston's, effort, and it's going to come from Powers and DeZindelet and Jeffroy, it's still there. Jeffroy is blocking everything.
She's playing amazing.
Gogolin's like, we better win this game because I never want to play against Brooke Jeffroy again. Seriously, she is just doing an awesome job down there.
She is.
Controlling the paint defensively for Holliston right now. And DeZindelet, you see her clapping her hands.
Yeah,
she's ready to go.
She's
fresh.
Yep.
She is not worn out. And Tess Powers, you see her now, she's starting to get that quick release to try to stretch out that Hiller defense.
And we talked about this at the beginning of the ball game, how, I had mentioned that you have to have someone else beside Grace that you can rely on to score. Really, you really need two other people. But if somebody else can pick up and get a couple guys get 8 or 10 points each here, the rest of the way in, and Grayson come up with another 10 or something, well, maybe you got a shot at coming back here.
Hubner kicks it out. They get it into Gogolin. Quick hands by Altabelli.
Nice
10
steal.
seconds on the shot clock. And Altabelli called for the foul.
.109 left to go in the third here. 38-18, Holliston down 20.
Gogolin up and under. It's been her best shot. The only way she can keep away from the Panther defenders.
And that's a pretty tough shot. He has a nice little scoop shot. She's done it a couple times down here in the first half also. And that's a really nice shot because it's really very tough to block.
Tess Powers on the drive to the hoop. But wait a second. We got a foul outside. No continuation there. Ref in the booth. Looking for a confirmation there. No continuation? No. Okay. Just wishful thinking. Powers gets it out to Wells. Brandy drives left hand off the glass. Rebound by Altabelli.
Nice fight there. Nice fight by
It's
Altabelli.
Holliston ball. So 20 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds on the third quarter, left in the third quarter. Inbounds to Powers, puts it up and is called for the foul, or draws the foul, I should say. And that's going to send the senior co-captain to the line to shoot two.
Well, she's got all the points this quarter, all 6 of them. Tess Powers, and she was a captain last year, captain this year, and somebody that Coach Keefe thinks a real lot of.
Oh. Powers sinks them both. She's got 8 points to lead the Panthers.
And she's kind of feeling it. I'd make sure that I get the ball, try and get the ball in her hands on the offensive end.
9-second differential on the shot clock and game clock, but Holliston with a break as Hopkinton throws it out of bounds.
Now, the other thing you can come down here now if you want to is come down and wait for one shot.
Shot clock is off. 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
Got to spread that offense.
To Zindelet all the way across the top. Brandy into Jeffroy. Jeffroy, turnaround, blocked by Gogolin. She returns the favor on number 12.
That's steps. No.
No, we don't call traveling. Straight away, 3, no good at the buzzer. Brings us to the end of the third quarter with the score. Hillers 40, Panthers 20. And it's time for This Week in the Tri-Valley League. Brought to you by Holliston Youth Basketball, providing quality programs for boys and girls K through 8th grade. Check out hollistonbasketball.com for more information. Well, the news tonight as the MIAA playoffs start is 7 of the 11 teams in the Tri-Valley League, Dedham joining this year, Norwood joining next year, have made the playoffs. In Division II Central, as you talked about, this division that the Panthers are in, Ashland has a bye as the number 2 seed. Medway as the number 3 is playing Doherty. Medfield as the number 5 seed is facing Wayland tonight. And in Division III South, it's Dedham against Archbishop Williams and Millis against Oakmont. So 7 out of 11, that's pretty good for the TVL.
Really good. This is an incredibly strong league, and and adding Norwood next year, it's only going to help it out, and it's going to balance it out too. Both the large and the small are going to be tough leagues, but that Tri-Valley large is going to really be something in all the sports. And that's the thing, a lot of times we talk about this, and a lot of people just think, well, that's just football. It's going to be largest one. No, it's going to be that way for all the sports.
They're doing it. They just started it this year. It hasn't been a big deal, but they are dividing all of the sports into large and small. Well, that's what Matt Baker said, so I believe him. Warning Star goes to the floor. Foul called.
Just one more note on that is that, as you know quite well, the hockey in the TVL too. They've had some. They have some really good teams.
Yeah, they didn't do this. Well, they've been trying to get teams to join the TVL, and TVL is strong with 10 teams in the TVL. With Dedham joining this year, the Panthers made the playoffs. They played Thursday night. Morningstar with a nice drive to start the fourth quarter.
7.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. 42-20. Hopkinton.
Alibrandi tried to get it inside. Morningstar quickly up by
good.
Jeffroy, up and under. 2 baskets here to start the fourth.
And, you know, Morningstar, and of course, she's another one. She's going to be back next year.
10 points. Oh, she's a junior. I think I said senior earlier.
She's a junior. She'll be back, and she reminded me of Medway. Hope, forgot her last name, in Medway, who went over to BU to play. Morningstar reminds me a lot of her. Nice steal by Holliston.
Pass. Zendelet with the ball, try to sneak it back inside to Powers. Knocked out of bounds, but it'll be Holliston ball.
This Hopkinton team is a really good ball club, Tom. I watch them defensively, and offense can come and go. Ooh, almost offense. Oh, nice bound by Tess.
Rebound by Powers.
She was fouled.
She's fouled. That's the third on the Hillers.
But, the deep offense can come and go. But for this team, they played really good defense, really strong defense.
What does that motion mean? Is that a traveling call?
Yeah, against Red.
Oh.
But, I mean, and you really got to give them a lot of credit, this Hopkinton team, because they're very strong, very, very good ball club.
They are, really. Very talented team.
Steps. Ooh.
Another traveling call. Okay. Now we got some momentum going here. Holliston with a substitution as Kazuba will come in for Alibrandi.
And Hopkinton with a 24-point lead is pressing. Interesting.
Hands it off to Gogolin. Didn't finish that time. Jeffroy with the quick hands in the crowd there. Be Hopkinton ball.
6 minutes left to go. 44-20.
Powers picks up Corby at half. Gogolin doesn't want to see Jeffroy when she turns around.
Yeah. Well, Book has played a heck of a defensive game tonight. She really has.
Jeffroy's going to be back next season. Nice effort there. Laying the ball in. Holliston gets it into the front court.
Oh, nice move. Pretty
Powers.
move. She'll go to the line shoot, too. Pretty move right there by Tess Powers.
She knew the double team was coming down on her, and she was quick to just take it right to the hoop.
Tessa's got one more. And, Ronderman in. Tessa scored the last 8 points for Holliston.
She leads the Panther scoring with 9. Gogolin draws attention, puts it up to the basket, but no good. But she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That time they played off her hand, her right hand there, and she tried to do the scoop. That scoop move, and there was actually 2 players covering her, so she wasn't able to make it. That is a nice move, though. I like that. Not quite a hook shot, but it's more of a scoop. But as you said early on, you know, she's committed to UNH, I believe, and really good ball player. And, you know, there's a lot of those ball players. I mean, Grace herself and some of these other players at this league that are really going to go on and play at the next level, and that's a testament to the league.
No, it's great to see players in the Tri-Valley League. You know, I don't remember it back in my day. Of course, that was a million years ago. But signing day, NCAA signing day.
I know.
The schools bring out. There's
I
usually
know.
like 4 or 5 athletes from each school that are signing with, you know, good universities, you know, to play lacrosse or soccer or track or, you know, basketball, football, obviously, you know. We just talking to Coach Perry that Michigan Coach Harbaugh was down in the Boston area talking to a couple of offensive lineman recruits in the Boston area. Scott Elliott was one of the ones. He had a meeting at Holliston High School, you know.
That does a lot for the school, and that does a lot for the program when kids come and move on, and you know these other kids see it, and you know it's a good chance to pick up some money or something to get into college. Blocked. Oh, nice block by Brooke. How many blocks does she have tonight?
She is a blocking machine. I'm going to give her 10.
Morning Star.
And a rebound for number 12. So Jeffroy doesn't have she could have a double-double in rebounds and blocks tonight. I'm going to give it to her.
Yeah. Well, Hopkinton played a really solid defensive game. Tremendous rebounding. They really went after the ball and got it. And another block.
Another block by Jeffroy.
And this is a team that I'm sure if they're able to play at this level, they could go and do something in this tournament.
Outlet.
Oh, what a pretty move.
Keaveney.
I'm not sure I quite understand all your starters in here with 3:20 to go in the ball game, but
foul is going to send Cammie Kazubel to the line to shoot 2.
Cammie's one of the seniors that'll be.
Yeah, the Holliston. Yep. Holliston's got 4 seniors graduating this year.
And you know, despite this ball game, you got to give this team credit to the way they come back and the way they, you know, they fought back and they weren't quite sure they're going to make the tournament, and then they come back in and not only make it with the 10 wins, but then get the 11th win also. And you know, that's something you got to really be proud of if you're coaching staff and the kids, and hang your hat on that. And you know, he had some really, really good ball games. Really good ball games. We've done a few of them, and they're really enjoyable to watch. And just as you see now, no matter what the score is, these kids are not quitting. They're out there playing their hearts out. And that's, again, a testament to the coaching staff and of course, the ball players. 2:55 left to go in the game. Steal.
Nice job by DeZindel. Poked the ball ahead to Powers. Powers 3-pointer off the mark.
Oh, nice rebound
and
by
Wells with the putback.
Another one of the seniors this year. Pretty play. So Holliston, the seniors move on, and the juniors and sophomores will come back, and Hopkinton moves on in the tournament here. And of course, we wish them well. They're our rivals.
It ain't over till it's over, Jay.
They're our rivals, but they're our neighbors, and you know we really want them to do well. So,
well, Hopkinton had a fantastic year, winning the TVL last season. They went 18-2, and their second loss was to Medfield in the Central 2 finals. So 3-point attempt off the mark. Coleman battles underneath, jump ball.
And here
It'll
you see,
be to Holliston.
I believe they'll be bringing Grace DeZinda. That'll be stepping off the court for the last time. 4 years, brilliant career for the Holliston senior.
Well, big round of applause here from the Panthers section for number 5. You know, top scorer in the TVL last year, 4th in the TVL this year, 1,000 points for the Panthers in her 4-year career. Another jump ball, but this one's going to be to the Hillers. Down to 1:52 to go.
You're seeing some of the kids out there now that we'll be looking at next year, along with Brooke.
Holliston ball with 1:38 to go. Brandy kicks it out to Altabelli.
Count it.
And Eliza Altabelli with the basket gives her 4 points on the night.
.109 left to go in the ball game. Ooh, nice D.
Drive right to the basket is good.
Melanie Coleman with the ball.
Gets it to Ramirez Brodeur across the top to Alibrandi and draws the foul, driving hard to the basket.
Yep, still out there playing hard, those Holliston Panther girls.
Well, the story tonight for Hopkinton, Gogolin with 17 points, Morningstar with 10. Just too much for the Panthers.
Well, I'm sure, I don't know if you have the rebounding stats, but that was it too. But boy, oh boy, what a game Brooke Jeffrey gave them down low defensively.
Alibrandi gets them both. 26 seconds to go.
Well, I want to say goodbye to the senior girls. Had a nice run, nice 4-year run.
Well, the Panthers made one of their goals, which was to make the playoffs. Unfortunately, they ran into a tornado.
Yeah.
And this Hopkinton Hiller team, as they fall to the Hillers tonight, 52-27. Top scorer for the Panthers was senior co-captain Tess Powers with 9 points. Grace DeZindelet with 7. Brooke Jeffroy with 4, but a double-double blocks and rebounds. You can look it up. Abby Ray Wells with 2, Alibrandi with 2, and Altabelli with 4 points for the Panthers.
Okay, on the Hopkinton side, we've got Lillian Morningstar with 12 points. We had Amelia Sensensi with 3 points. Ivy Gogolin led everybody with 17 points and 17 rebounds. Callie Corbray had 3 points. Catherine Hubner had 7. Marissa Prawl had 3. Caroline Connell had 2. And Regan Keaveney had 5 points for Hopkinton's total of 52.
And saying goodbye to the seniors. Grace DeZindelet, Abby Ray Wells, Cammie Kazubal, and Tess Powers. We wish them all the best.
Okay, we want to thank the lovely Lisa on camera. Of course, Steve Hedrick here keeping score for us. Tom, you've done a nice job this year. You and Steve both did a nice job this year doing play-by-play and basketball. And we'll see you out in the baseball and softball fields in just a few weeks. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.